ComeUp Radio Station.
It's the come up, baby.
Pastor, what's going on, man?
What's
going on, Pastor?
Hey, what's up?
How you coming out here to get on the boat with me?
Yeah, I'm hollering.
Hey,
What? Man, I had to meet
who
him.
call you in?
Whoa, that's a rental.
Well, hold on, man. What's this? Pastor, this bad, Pastor.
Man,
I'm the deacon of the church. You gonna talk to me?
Hold on. This is a bag full of Bibles. We are all God's children.
Okay, Pastor. Now
Pastor
you
had
supposed
to
to
come down here and get some of this holy water.
Yeah, that's why I'm here to meet you.
Whoa, we
But
met
you
a
meeting
long
other
time
people.
ago.
All right, Pastor.
Yo. We back again, man. Another episode of Keeping It Real on the Come Up with your boy Mel and Miss Yanni over there.
What's up, y'all?
You know what I mean? If y'all tuning in, y'all should know by now what it is, man. You know what I mean? If we have a special guest in the building today, man. He is a man of many faces. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen him on social media, man. You're lagging, man.
He's quite the character.
Quite the characters. You know what I'm saying? Let's put an S on that, man. But he's quite the characters out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't know about Mr. Pastor, man, the reporter, the mechanic, man, and many other faces he has, you, like I said, you're behind the game, man. But with that being said, y'all give a big shout out, man. A round of applause to my man, Mr. Quawn, Mr. AKA Pastor Walker. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you,
What's
Deacon.
going on?
Man, ain't not much, man. You know, just happy to be here. Appreciating the opportunity to get to, come out, show them a little bit of different, a different me outside of old pastor.
Yeah.
Usually pastor be working right now. Since,
Yeah.
A lot of the deacons ain't got home from prayer. But yeah, man. Other than that, man, I'm good, man. I'm just happy to be here, man.
Man, we're glad to have you in the building, man. I'm glad to have you, man. I know it's been a little minute. We've been putting this together, man. It's finally happening, so glad to have you here, man.
Absolutely.
So, talk to us. Matter of fact, how you doing today?
I'm groovy, man.
Groovy?
I'm just groovy.
Like the shirt.
Yeah, it's the
You know what I'm
shirt.
saying?
It's
Groovy.
the vibes.
It's the
I'm
vibes.
Groovy. Yeah.
Groovy.
Mushroom, yeah. Never mind. We just go.
Well, I say, yeah. You say they know 2023, boy. I'm gonna get it right now. Right with that mushroom over there.
I mean, it is, and it say stay cool. So I feel like being groovy is just the perfect.
Yeah, and it like he had a body over there too. So yeah, man, we know what the psychedelics going on over there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We know what's going on.
Out of this
man.
world experiences.
Out of world experience, man. Hey, I don't think I want to do it, but hey, teach his own.
I can dig the shirt though. I dig it. Yeah.
Pastor, you dig it?
Pastor do dig
Man.
it.
Ooh, well, you a bad one, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch Pastor. He
But-
be trying to get in it.
So talk to us about it, man. I know we keep talking about the pastor, man. A lot of people probably don't know who he is, man. But before we get to that, man, let's talk about Quawn Walker, man. Who is Quawn Walker, man? Where he come from? Who he about?
Man, I'm one of 9. First off, like one of 9, man. I got like 8 sisters and brothers. I'm the second oldest, actually, man. I'm from Greenville. Always gonna rep Greenville. Can't wait to show the world where Greenville at. Man, I always just wanted to do acting, do comedy, man. So I had to put my head down and pursue my dream, man. Like for so long, it took me a while to kind of really go after it, but I had a couple of people in my, in my background that really would tell me, like my barber for one. He told me, man, if you don't go after this, I'm not cutting your hair no more. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, man, you been funny, bro. Like, the world waiting for you. And for some reason, I wouldn't never pick up the camera. And then I couldn't get my hair cut one week. So it was either that or, go walk around looking crazy. And every time I cheat on them, I pay for it. So, yeah, so I don't do no cheating on no barber. But, yeah, man.
Women don't cheat on their hairdressers either.
I understand. It's a couple places I don't let different people. That's under my hood, on my head, and in my mouth. I don't let people play in my mouth with one dentist. But that's it.
Hey, that's a smart man, though. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Stick to the same thing. Don't switch it up. Certain things in life you can't switch up.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts, man. But other than that, bro, I'm just cool, man. I'm just cooling. Like to cut up, have fun, make people laugh. That make my day.
Yeah.
If I can make one person laugh a day, bro, I did my job.
Hey, man. Yeah. You a funny dude, so I know you get plenty of that, man. Yeah, I always had good days.
So
man.
was you a
Appreciate
class
it.
clown?
My daddy,
You had to be.
I think my daddy used to think so. Like my dad that was his favorite word. Oh, so you're a class clown. You know,
I think that's all
definitely.
parents though.
I definitely used to cut up, man.
So was you a bad kid or was you a good kid that was just funny?
I was a good bad kid that was funny. Like,
So you was bad when you was younger, but as you got older, you was just funny.
yeah, and I think I was one of them sneaky ones. Like it was like I always had this teacher. His name was Mr. Williams, social studies class. And no matter what I did, I could always get a pass from him. It got so bad to the point he just wrote the pass in pencil. And I would just change the time. His initials would be on it, and I would just change the time, and no teacher would ever take it from me. So I was always, like, sneaky. Like, I would do stuff, but I ain't really want to get caught. So when I would get caught, you know, I would always have a way out. So I figured out how to talk, you know, to anybody and have a conversation in any room. So I think that's what created that ability and that character you hear in that reporter.
What's it, charisma?
Yeah, it's just in me, man. But I wasn't too bad as a kid. I just always been able to make people laugh or change they feeling about, you know, whatever just took place or whatever just happened. But yeah, I was a pretty good kid, I guess.
Man,
Don't ask my mama though.
Oh, see, mama, she think you bad.
Yeah.
And you said it's 9 of y'all?
It's 9 of us. I got 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
Ooh.
And and I'm the second oldest.
So you had to be the protector then. You was all the protector.
Always.
You had an older sister or older brother?
I got an older sister, so I'm the oldest boy, you know, all together. And then, like, you know.
So was it a lot of I'ma call my brother?
It was a lot of that. You know what I mean?
To the day, probably is. Right?
It is to this day. But now, like back in the day, I would just run to the call. But now, like,
what's the problem?
What you do? Like, you know,
let's sit down and figure out this equation now. Look, now you 2 + 2 don't equal 5.
Exactly. Like, you know, I got a lot of stuff at risk too. So, like, what did you do? So I'm not gonna come over there, get in trouble, and now y'all passing out wedding invitations next week. I'm not.
So do you have like one sister that's like, no matter what the call is, you're gonna go because that sister don't never call? Like,
you got a quiet sister that
yeah, like something gotta be wrong if they picked up the phone and called me.
I don't think I got a quiet sister.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
I'm a whole family funny then.
Man, they funny. I got, you know, my sister Tamisha. She hilarious. Like, she a low key comedian herself, but like, I think like with all of them, I probably like, you know, answer the phone, see what the call is. But I think out of everybody, Sana probably the one I'm gonna be like, something gotta really be wrong. You know, it's a few of them that ain't even gonna call me. She gonna probably hold her own. So, and that's being Ashley, dear.
Hey, look, sis, we ain't trying to call.
Yeah, we ain't trying to cause no smoke.
We ain't trying to call.
Yeah, we ain't trying to cause no smoke.
No, I ain't got no favorites. They know I ain't got no favorites.
That's a lot of smoke to deal with.
Yeah,
right?
if it's any problems,
They
like,
might jump
I
you.
don't get into that. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you, that's one thing I figured out. Like, with siblings, don't get into that. Don't take no sides. You know, listen, do whatever, but man, don't get into that. Let them sort that out. You know your words, man. I hope y'all figure that out.
Especially having 6 sisters.
I always say that.
Yeah, that's it. Stay out of that, man.
I mean, especially having 6 sisters, that's 6 personalities, 6 minstrels. That's a lot.
No, that's 6 personalities per sister. So you talking about, so we talking about 36 different personalities.
Okay, shots fired,
Yeah.
because he fired them. I didn't say all that.
No,
I just want to set the record straight.
That's just I don't think that's a bad thing. They got great personalities, but it's just 6 different ones. So, you know, per. That's right. Put that
Per
in.
sister.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I see why you say you got to figure out the equation before you go with them.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
fine. But look, hold on. Which one is it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So do any of your siblings or your family members, or like growing up, were they instrumental in creating your characters? Like, do those people kind of exist in your world, in your life?
So basically, like, do they influence any of them?
Yeah. Like anybody in the family, like everybody got that one uncle, that one aunt. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's if anything, just, I won't say family members, but just being around the different people as far as mechanics.
Okay.
Like, you know, you ask them to fix one thing, and they done touched another, or you ask
Find
them
something else.
Yeah, or they fix something and you ain't even tell them to fix it, and they trying to charge you for it.
Right.
Like that's a lot of the influence in that character. And then, you know, some of the prices is ridiculous. And, you know, a lot of time when you send women places, like one of my skits was basically like I'm dealing with a female in the video, and the price was $7,500. But then he found out she had a husband, and she gonna bring him down there, and they went to $75. So it was just, you know,
That's normally how it go, because men mechanics do try to like finesse women, and then they run into the women that got their daddies, and they be like, "Oh, never mind."
Absolutely. Let me go look at this paperwork. Maybe been a mistake on my employee.
Yeah.
Knowing it was
the oil change.
absolutely, yeah. My oil change $2,600.
So man, I know we talking about family, man. I ain't gonna get you in too much trouble. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about these pastors and everything, bro. So let's start with Pastor, man. How you come about, bro?
Man, Pastor came about just some of the older folks from the job. Like a lot of them and how they feel about, you know, church and religion, and, you know, it's humor and everything. So I would just be giving them a hard time, you know, messing with them. And one thing I could do is always kind of have that pastor sound, like, you're coming in here, you're going around telling the word, but you don't know God. And like, you know, just having that little sound right there. So just cutting up with them, and they was like, man, you really sound like a pastor. And, you know, I started doing the videos, and my wife she got this graduation gown. So I figured if I use that graduation gown on top of what I'm doing with the character, that's gonna add mad humor to it as it is. And you see, Pastor don't never have no pants.
Yeah, bro, we got that straight kid. Man.
So we always have, you know, just the gown on. He always moving around at night, or you know, during the early day when, you know, when the deacons seem to be just leaving church. So yeah, man. So he really kind of came about as far as just cutting up with people, man, and me having that sound like a pastor, and I just kind of took advantage of it, just made it humorous, you know, as far as like, and we, you know, every now and again you do have a pastor that's a little wild out here. You hear things. We all hear things.
Probably about 80% of them. So from big to small,
exactly.
They be out here. Well, a lot of them be out here.
Absolutely.
Sneaking and geeking.
So I took the humor in it, man, and just kind of brought it to light. And you know, it's funny to people, but then they be like, "Hey, boy, that's really how it be."
It's
sometimes.
Truth in comedy, though. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For real though. So it's the truth. You know what I mean? But it's funny when you like, man, that might be the one down the road. I did see it with Johnson. I come down with Johnson over there, bro.
Exactly. Man.
So man, so you got the pastor, man. So I know he going crazy.
Crazy, man.
Going crazy. So they love pastor.
Man, they absolutely love pastor. Anywhere I go now, that's what they call me. What's going on, pastor? And even like right now, I got a video going up. It's almost at like 50,000 views, you know, in like 4 days. So that's really my biggest.
Was that the last one you just dropped?
The one with the when Pastor brought the food over to feed the other kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, and that emerged from that video. I guess it was going viral with
the McDonald's.
With the girl.
Yeah.
So, you know, Pastor, you know, he heard about it. They were talking about it at the church. You know, so Pastor thought he'd come over and spread his word. Yeah, so that emerged from there, and it's going crazy right now. So, yeah, man, they love him, and I'm taking advantage of it.
So how long have you been doing the pastor skits?
For about a year and a half at least now, man. About as long as I can remember, as far as dating back to when I really got serious and started to lock in.
Okay.
And I seen them gravitating towards pastor, and you know, as well as the mechanic, but pastor, they look for it.
Yeah, they
if
relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's relatable, man, to a lot of people. So it probably just really touched with them.
Definitely.
And I'm gonna ask you what's the box. So pastor, he the popular one right now.
Yeah, he definitely him and the mechanic. But if I don't drop a pastor skit soon, folks will start getting in my inbox. Hey,
so that's how it go.
And it's like that now.
So how is it being on that side of the fence now when you going viral? So that's people be really harassing.
Absolutely.
Harass you, but I don't want to. And I ain't talking about nobody just saying harass them, but like as far as like people hit you up, like
Yeah,
bro, what's
definitely,
up?
definitely. I get it, and man. It's like that now. Like,
But is it encouraging? Is it inspirational behind? Like, do you feel like it ain't aggravating?
no, not at all. I love it, man. It really excites me, to be honest. You know, and then they really motivate me. So any day, like, I might be a little tired, or I done had the kids, or I had a long day at work. I get in my inbox and they like, hey, I ain't seen Pastor in a couple of days. What's going on? I ain't seen Pastor in a week. What's going on? And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I gotta get it. I dedicated it to him, so now I got to stay on top of it. But every time I can drop a pastor, man, I definitely drop one. Even if I come with something new, I try to, Throwback Thursday, what I call it, drop another pastor video.
Okay. And so how's the creative process? I know you said you get the gown. Like, do you write your skits out? Or you just freestyle?
Man, it's all improv. Like, everything you see in the videos, it's me. It's raw. It's natural. And, like, a lot of times, sometimes we'll have bloopers, because nobody know what I'm going to say. So it'd be a few skits, and they like, man, hold up, we got to start over. Like, we got to do this. But all my words are just based off my, as far as what deacon house I'm over, or, what pastor coming over to the, to the missus house every, when he gone. So, I actually got another skit finna come out soon. It's gonna kind of trick the world. It's gonna be crazy. But I think they're gonna really enjoy it. They're gonna enjoy it.
So the pastor ever got caught?
Pastor ain't never got caught.
He split like that.
Yeah, man. He got Vaseline all over him when he leave the house. You see what I'm saying? So it's natural, man.
Yeah.
Like, just like take what you say and just flip it. And that's
Flip it.
And
Yeah,
easy,
man. That's
man.
dope.
So,
I gotta meet the pastor, man. I gotta see what he talking about, man. Can't bring my old lady, but I gotta meet him though.
yeah, man. He let Pastor know when you gone. He'll definitely stop by.
Yeah, he'll stop by.
Absolutely.
Got a word of prayer with you.
Lift his legs in the sanctuary.
What? You bringing food and all, but you a mean one. Mean pastor.
Definitely.
So
man.
the mechanic, man, we'll talk about him for a second. So how long you been doing him?
Man, I've been doing him for about just as long. Okay. It kind of came about when I took a car. I don't want to speak on that, but I took a car to a place, and only thing they were supposed to do was fix a leak. Before I knew it, the heads had to be redone. The whole motor had to be redone. The whole everything that had nothing to even do with it. So when I'm like, it went from a 2-day process, 2-day job to like 9 weeks. And I'm like, what in the world? And now all of a sudden, this bill went from that to that to that. And I'm like, man, all I asked you to do was do this. And then all of a sudden, I shot the video based off that situation, and they gravitated towards them.
Turn into comedy.
Turn it into comedy, man. And again, like I said, it's humor and everything. So I saw the opportunity, and I just went for it. Absolutely.
Man, so the lady inbox you about the mechanic too?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. People are like, hey, man, come on, I got this car. Come over here. Let's shoot this guy. I got this car, ain't got nothing in it. Yeah. What can you do with it? Even in my neighborhood, because people gravitate from my neighborhood page and gravitate, send me requests. And I let people in now. I used to didn't let people in.
So HOA trying to get on that. They be in your inbox now,
boy,
too.
darn near. I'm hoping some of these skits can pay them.
Keep them off your back, ain't it?
Definitely, man.
Maybe have a cookout the weekend.
I'm telling you. I hate to have pastor stop by their house.
Come on, the pastor ain't been by it. I'm going to send pastor over there, man.
Absolutely.
Tripping on me now.
Him and mechanic brothers.
Yeah,
So, they talk.
Ooh.
You don't want to pay the mechanic. He call his brother to go on by there.
Well, listen, man, you got a bad team over there.
Well, you hear me? And, man, I got this, I got this one coach skit, man. I'm really trying to bring it back, keep dropping it, because it's crazy as well, man. But like I said, I got a lot of skits coming in store, and I'm just doing a lot of editing. But I'm gonna keep them for my audience, man, I got to keep them coming.
Okay.
They
Man, that's what's up, man. And I know you got a reporter too.
Yeah, the reporter crazy, and that just come from me being able to have a conversation in any room, and talk proper.
Yeah.
That kind of was inspired watching the NBA games. A lot of times watching my boy LeBron. Shout out to LeBron.
But they gonna hate you for that.
Lakers in 6. But
Y'all heard what he said now.
Shout out my boy Bubba Dub, man. On that. So, but yeah, man. That reporter, he wild. Like I said, it just inspired from basically like a lot of the sports games.
Yeah.
A lot of the sports games, seeing them boys and how they react in interviews and how they go about.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's crazy because it was more so supposed to be about the player. And then everybody like, man, this reporter, where you get that mustache?
Yeah.
He reported with the hard hat. What's going on there? And they started gravitating towards him, and I'm like, darn, it was crazy because it was more so about the player and the speech they give in the game. So and the sweating. Fixing the.
But going in on it.
Absolutely, man. So yeah.
So is he related to the pastor and the mechanic too?
Well, they cousins.
Oh, they cousins.
Yeah, they
Well,
cousins.
their whole family be turned up, bro.
Yeah, they definitely is, man. They definitely just a bunch of personalities connected. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I know, you know what I'm saying, nobody really, they probably know you big Quawn walk, you know what I'm saying? So I know, you have some stuff that went on before as far as like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say the name, let you say their name.
Yeah,
but some big people in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Upcoming people at the time, but big now, you know what I mean? So let's talk about that, bro.
Definitely, man. I had the opportunity to, work with B. Simone. I had the opportunity to open up for her. And it's crazy because, of course, I wasn't a part of that show in the beginning. But once again, my ability to move the room and talk to people in a way that she kind of, heard what I had to say. She listened. I actually waited her out. You know what I mean? She did her thing or whatnot, and, everybody went up to her, and I kind of waited her out. But then when she came out the room, I had the opportunity to talk to her. And I remember I used Will Smith's book as a way in. And I informed her, I'm a comedian as well, and, just looking for the opportunity, man, to, put myself out there. And, if you got time, I was hoping I could, either open up or, step on stage. And, man, she was cool, man. Real down to earth, real cool. And she gave me a chance. And that's the thing, man, out here. A lot of times you just need people to give you a chance, man. So
yeah.
she gave me that, and I appreciate her for that.
Yeah. And I know you did a couple, so you have did stuff at the Comedy Zone down here in Greenville, South Carolina?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely. I've done quite a few things, man. I started out doing a lot of open mics. That's where it all started. I can remember my first open mic. I'm gonna tell you, like, you don't know until you've been up there. So that first one, man, I can remember pacing around back and forth.
Is it harder doing the skits?
It is a little bit in the beginning because you got people that's sitting in the room and they looking at you and they saying, now make me laugh. Okay, I see you, but are you funny? Are you going to make me laugh? Make me laugh. And sometimes if you lose them, it's hard to get them back. That's why you got to always have a joke in the bag to reel them back in. And, so it was a little bit harder than doing the skits, but like at this point, it's not. It's just a matter of going up there and remembering your material, trying to, stay on point. So
yeah. And I know going back to what you said, so you said you were pacing back and forth, so I'm pretty you were nervous.
Absolutely.
Did you forget anything? Did you feel like you was kind of like, was you confident? Was the question? Was you confident up there?
I was confident until I got up there. Yeah, I was confident. I was sure I was funny until I got up there, and all of a sudden, I remember most of my material, and then I can remember just standing there, and I actually put a video up on Facebook. It was like, I don't know where my jokes went, but I just went blank, and I'm just staring at the crowd a little bit, and I'm looking at the DJ, and I'm like, man, 3 minutes ain't up yet. Like, and it was they light you. They'll light you in the back, and I'm like, boy, what man, you had a light up. I thought the police was in the building. Do something. So man, you know, it was a lot of nervousness then, but the more chances I had going up there, the more comfortable I got. You know, and then when you hear your first laugh, you feel better. You feel better when you hear your first laugh, and you just got to keep going. Yeah. And that's the thing, man. You want to fall on your face in the beginning, so you'll know what you need to work on. You know, you'll know. And I'm very hard on myself. Very hard on myself.
You know,
so
it's funny. I used to sit there and like study the comedians like Cat Williams, Mike Epps, man. You know, and I'm like, man, how do they go a whole hour and remember this stuff? You know what I'm saying? I know it take a lot of practice, but just to move the crowd, like, how do you even say that first joke to make, like, to get everybody on the same page and knowing what's funny? You know, because somebody might think this funny, this person's so like, like how do they even come about when you are there? It's really signalizing the whole crowd.
Yeah, it's really just a matter of your audience. You know, your audience, you'll kind of base it off them. And me, you know, sometimes I like to go in the crowd, depending on people's body language and, you know, how the night been going. So it's more so of that. But it's just
being first.
Nah, I don't really like being first. But if you go early and you bomb, you don't worry about it because they're not gonna remember you anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got like, especially like open mics, you got so many people going up there. It's okay if you bomb early on because after about if you was like number 3, after like number 10, nobody even gonna remember who you is anyway. So you just gotta go up there, man. You know, take advantage of the opportunity and, you know, just do your best.
So there's a lot of comedians around here?
It is, to be honest. It's a lot of comedians, but it's also a lot of people who think they comedians as well. So, you know, got quite a few funny people around here, man, and I'm kind of shocked they not actually further than they are, you know, because there's some funny people.
Now that you say they're not further than they are, like, because, you know, a lot of people, we talking and we hear about, like, the music industry, like, on the comedy industry, nobody really talks about it, so is it, when you saying further, like, is it harder to get on in the comedy industry with companies? Like, is it even companies that you can sign, like a rapper, like, get a contract with?
Yeah, I don't necessarily think you can sign, but I believe it's definitely harder because it's it's less pay than the rappers get. You know, it's a lot harder, and, you know, for you to kind of get out there because to me, it's so many comedians out there as it is, and there's so many people trying to be funny and trying to, you know, look for that one video to go viral. You know, so it definitely, to me, I think it's a harder scene than the rappers. Okay. Definitely.
That's crazy because I never really thought about it like that. You know, just talking to you saying they need to be further in their career. Like, is it even like comedy labels? We got record labels, it's comedy labels. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even the word. Like, man, comedy labels, you can go sign to Death Row or something. Yeah.
I think it's like I don't think it's like comedy labels, but I definitely see like different people with production companies, like entertainment. Yeah, absolutely. So stuff like that. But as far as just like comedy labels, I don't think it is. But like I said, it's a lot of funny people that I think that they should be a little further. But just with the platform that they own and the ability, well, with the social medias and stuff, they can network a little better. But just with the comedy platform, I think it's a little bit more challenging than it is with the rappers. Okay. Absolutely.
That's dope insight. So let me ask, is there any comedians that you looking or would love to collab with? Or?
Absolutely, man. My boy Bubba Dub for sure. You know, he got a lot of he got a lot of work going on right now. So 40 years. So shout out to my guy, man. I actually, you know, talked to him recently, had a good conversation with him. And you know, Desi Banks, definitely, man. Definitely looking forward to working with him. My boy Drewski, just, you know, a lot of the people that's, you know, chasing the same dream that I'm chasing. You know, they may be a little further right now.
Working with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
that's
man.
What's up, man.
You know, I would try to look for them in the beginning, but I always say, well, you know, when it's all said and done, they're gonna be looking for me to work with me. So
hey, Carolina, is it any big comedians out of Carolina? I know there's a lot of like comedians. You the third one in the interview, to be real with you. So I know it's some, but is it any that's on the level of like big? Do you?
Depending on what level, it's always levels to it. But
So is
I do know a
from
few
Carolina
people
that's like doing their thing that's like up there right now.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's a few people, man. I think my boy Brandon Rainwater, my boy Scooter, and Jazz.
Are they from Greenville or they just
Yeah, I think they pretty much from Greenville, but that's why I met them, linked with them from Comedy Zone. Man, they gave me a lot of insights in the beginning. On the come up as far as stage presence and how to go about things. So we had some great conversations, and I appreciate everything they have showed me, taught me, and all the feedback they have given me as far as that. But I think they are very hilarious, and
shout out to them.
Absolutely, man. I wish them the best and everything they trying to be successful at.
Yes, sir. So, man, any merch, anything? I see you got the shirt up there, man. We got any merch we got coming in, any hats, man, any pastor gowns they can wear to church, man, anything?
Man,
holy water?
Yeah, we definitely working on all that. Pastor got to keep that holy water to himself. But as far as merch, man, shout out to my boy Eric Morris, man. It's Eric Morris on Facebook. He make T-shirts, man. He do a lot of different stuff as far as that. And he created a lot of my shirts, So I got shirts. People want them. They kind of make the order if you do want to support and, do the T-shirt thing. So as far as that, yeah, that's about it with the merch.
Definitely love to get some merch, man.
Definitely.
Man, I don't want to hold Pastor up too long, man. I know he got to go get to the dinner over at the buffet, man, and meet with some of the ladies over there. You know what I mean?
From the church.
Before we get up out of here, man, before you head out to the buffet, man, Pastor, can you give these people the words of encouragement, man, a little minute of motivation, man? They might need to hear something, man, a little prayer for them.
Man, definitely.
Sick and shut in.
I say never stop. Like, just keep going, man. Even when you're tired, just keep going. It'll all pay off in the long run. Just put your head down. Don't worry about the good, the bad, the judgment. You know what I mean? Don't worry about none of that because they can't see what the blessing is in the making for you. Nobody can ever see your vision. So just keep going. I always tell people that, man. Don't worry about yesterday. Forget about it, and just go harder. Go harder today. Go harder tomorrow, and just stay focused, man. I always tell people, like, anyway, I send my bros a text. Stay strong, stay focused, stay the course, and So other than that, man, that's it really.
Y'all heard it, man. Stay the course. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up out there. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, Pastor. Hey, if Miss Johnson making that roast beef, man, tell her I was playing with you, man. But, I had to throw it in there, man. But nah, man. Y'all stay the course, man. Keep your head up, man. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? And Mr. Walt, man, where can these people find you at, man?
Man, you can find me on all your social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, MySpace. Nah, I'm messing. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram. I'm under Quawn Walker. That's Quawn Walker on Facebook. My IG is Walkerboy Q, and that's Walkerboy with a Y. So, find me on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, Walkerboy Q as well. You can type in my first name. It should pop up. You'll see my picture. But yeah, man, pretty much all your social media platforms, I'm pretty much there.
So you heard it, man. Go follow me everywhere, man. Make sure y'all tune in to the skits, man. My boy going up. You want to catch him right now? Because when they get big, well, he ain't hit you back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So y'all better catch him right now. You know what I mean? Y'all know where to find me at, man. Keeping it real on the Come Up on Instagram. ComeUp Radio Station on Instagram. Mailoid on Facebook, man. ComeUp Radio Station on Facebook. Like I tell y'all every week, man, it's coming soon. TikTok, all that coming soon, man. But in the meantime, make sure y'all go download the app. It is on Android. It is on Apple. And anything in between that, man. Download it. Make sure y'all shout us out on Spotify, man. iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Did I say Spotify? I'm going to say it again. Spotify. YouTube, wherever we at, man. Make sure y'all go get it. Wherever you want, we on. So it's like that, man. But in the meantime, we'll catch y'all next time, man. Y'all stay blessed. Peace.
Just got me a bag, yeah, I need a lag, yeah, we bout to turn up. Hot as shit in the city, yo, who fucking with it, yeah, we bout to burn up. Wanna show a feature, we sell out the bitches, so please get your funds up. We bout to up 1 year, that's what you call a come up.